Hi there, guys. This is Jo with Crystal Luna Tarot. I hope you guys are doing great today. We are here to do another pick a card reading, okay? This is going to be pretty much, I wouldn't say different than what I normally do. I'm just going to incorporate a couple of different things. Like, for example, I have some charms, like some shells that are pretty, like, they're homemade. So they're pre-made shells that we're going to add, as well as I have some charms here which I just pulled out not so long ago, and I want to give a special thanks to Charmed Intuition for just kind of getting my creative juices going. Pulled out my charms. Fantastic. It's wonderful. It'll give you extra information. You should check out her channel, as well as check out Atypical channel. I love him. He is I believe he is a chemist, okay? And his outlook on tarot and the periodic table and how he applies it or whatnot is really wonderful and great. But anyhow, let's just get started. I know what you're here for, okay? And the question is, why am I single? I'm not going to go into like the psychological aspect of it or anything quite like that. We're going to keep it light, and we're going to keep it just fun, just to see what it is that the cards have to tell you. Okay, so we're not going to take this too seriously, but what we're going to do is get you information. That's first and foremost. So we have 3 piles for you to choose from. The very first pile is a bubblegum bracelet with the infinity symbol. So if you're attracted to that, you can pick number 1. The second one is a little bottle of Tic-Tacs, colorful Tic-Tacs. So that's yummy and sweet. So if you're called to that one, you can pick number 2. And finally, number 3, what we have here is a compass. Okay, so a compass, we know what compasses are for. They help us, it helps us direct ourselves. Where are we headed? I mean, not many of us use compasses nowadays, but you know what I mean, right? It's just for the sake of its representation. Okay, guys, so I'm putting the timer on. Take a moment and see which one you're called to, and if you need to pause the video, go ahead and do that. But I am going to get started. Okay, so we are going to start out with those who chose option number 1. Okay, so if you chose number 1, why am I single? Okay, so let's just put the little bracelet over to the side, and the cards that we received are the Get Grounded. We also have protection from Archangel Michael, which is the protector of all. Yes, he is. Okay, so you have Archangel Michael. You also have Pisces. And you have Gemini. The reason I put astrological cards here is because sometimes there are others that do hurt us in the past, and it could be that you are somehow still single because of an air sign or a water sign in the past who has caused you some sort of trauma or just traumatic experience, okay? So that is why you may still be single, but we'll go ahead and we'll take a look at that. We also have Hidden Beauty. This is the Angel of Silence, Letting Go. We have Honesty with the heart and the third eye chakra. Then we also have Family with the third eye chakra. That's a lot of third eye chakra just references here. Serenity. And 2 more. You have Time. And then finally, you have Secrets. Okay, so here's what I am getting, guys. From the very beginning, we'll just go one by one. Getting grounded. So the reason why you may still be single is because you are working on yourself currently right now, and getting grounded is an indication that you are being somehow called to take care of you first, okay? So you are to look after your needs before you can go ahead and offer your love and affection and whatnot to anyone else. So getting grounded is a very important aspect as to why you're still single. Okay, so keeping that that in mind. Now, the other card we have is protection. So that tells me that you are being protected by your Archangel Michael, whether you know this or not. This is a card of protection, which tells me that you may still be single because your archangel is looking out after you, and they are actually slaying away anyone who shouldn't be in your life. So they're protecting you from those individuals that shouldn't be anywhere near you. So if you're wondering why you may not be in a state of I would say feeling just available to others, it's because Archangel Michael is protecting you from anyone who isn't who doesn't have your, I would say, your best interests at heart, or just who overall will end up hurting you. So that is why you may still be single. Let me get some of these cards out of the way, okay, as I talk about them. I'm just going to pick up the ones that I'm called to, okay? We also have hidden beauty. So why you also may still be single is because of this is more of self-esteem issues. It's almost like saying you hide your beauty, okay? So you may feel somewhat down on yourself or how you look to others, but you are beautiful, okay? I'm getting that some of you may have some scars or something that is just overall what you may think aren't is not appealing to other people. This could be for like a male or a female, but I'm telling you, you can't hide your beauty. This is you. You have to be yourself, okay? Let yourself free. Let yourself be open to love. And anyone who is going to love you, truly love you, will accept you exactly for who you are, okay? So keep that in mind. Now, another reason why you still may be single, what we have over here is the third eye chakra with family, and then I have to pull out this other third eye chakra card, which is honesty. Okay, it's very important for individuals to be honest with you. Okay, so you may still be single because you've come across people who weren't honest. Okay, so because they weren't honest, they were removed out of your way. This beeth that you either dumped them or maybe they broke up with you. That really doesn't truly matter. The point is they're not in your life right now because one of the important things that will help you just develop in a relationship is honesty. So honesty is huge for you. So please keep that in mind, as well as family. So the reason why you're single is because the person that you are meant to be with is going to be a person who wants a family. Now, I'm not talking about a family like right away, but down the line, I do see you with a family, okay? And honesty. So honesty within the relationship. So that's why you may still be single, because this person still hasn't come around. Now, two other cards that popped out to me, which is the Pisces card and the Gemini card. This could be due to any past difficulties that you had, like problems with, just in general, people you came across, okay? So it could be someone who was either a Gemini or a Pisces, but don't get stuck on that. Let that, more likely, it could be a water sign or it could be an air sign. So that is why you're still single. You're still single because either one of these signs somehow screwed you or they did you wrong, okay? Or you learned lessons or because of these people, and because of these people coming into your life and somehow doing the wrong thing, obviously, because you're still not together, okay? Or you aren't together now. This is what's going to help you get into a relationship. So that is why you're single, because you still have to work out any issues that you had with this particular person in your past. Now, another reason as to why you still may be single is because of serenity. Serenity is a card that talks, it's almost like temperance. So it's really talking about patience, being patient, okay? Either you have to work on being patient or you are working on being patient. But nonetheless, okay, because you are working on healing, this has to do with healing, it has to do with being patient and waiting around. That's okay, because once you do get that individual who's meant to be in your life, you're going to know it. Your guides, whoever your higher power is going to inform you of this, okay? So it would be confirmation that you are on the right path. So serenity is huge for you. Meditation, quieting your mind, and definitely some self-love and not talking bad to oneself, okay? Now, another reason why you may still be single is because it's hard for you to let go, okay? Letting go of any past people in your life, letting go of any baggage, just letting go of someone who has hurt you, someone who still is keeping you just hanging around and isn't giving you any straight answers. So that could be why you're still single, because you may still be waiting for someone who isn't right for you. So you might have to let go of this person. And yes, I know what you're thinking. Yes, it's not that easy, but I'm telling you right now, guys, that this is talking about letting go of anything that is going to, you can't bring something with you into the future, okay, if they were totally useless in the past. So letting go is very important. My hands are all sticky. It's very hot out. Sorry about that. So the cards are like sticking to my hands. Another reason for those of you who chose number 1 as to why you still may be single is because of the angel of silence, okay? You have to open up. You have to speak up. That is one thing that you should work on, is speaking up for yourself, speaking up for what you believe in, not accepting what others say as truth, okay? And also breaking the silence. So you have to break the silence. You have to definitely step up to the plate. And if you feel someone's not telling you the truth, or they're just not someone who isn't doing what they said they would, okay, like when you start a relationship, there's lots of promises that are made, or just whatever the case may be, you have to open up. With the angel of silence, that's an indication that you have to open up and speak up. Now, another reason why you may be single is because of timing and secrets, okay? This has to do with it's not the right time. They are working on it. This is your guides, your angels, your higher spirits, whoever it is that you see it as. They are working on it. This is all about divine timing, okay? And there are some secrets, okay? Secret card is like talking about like you holding on to things that are not going to serve you, just like that letting go card. But this is like inner secrets, secrets from maybe family secrets that are just like you find to somehow not let you move forward, okay? These are all secrets. Like it could be because of family members, or just overall people who stand in our way, okay? That is what secrets means to me. Now let me go ahead and pull out a couple of charms for you, okay? Let's pull this out to the front. Let's just pull out a couple of charms there. Actually, those are the shells. I actually went to the beach over Memorial Day weekend, and I got some shells, and I made them my own. Okay, so let's just take a look. For those who picked number 1, let's see what we're going to use today. Let me use my wand here. Okay, so what we have here is turning a new leaf, okay? So you have to make some changes. You have to make some changes overall when it comes to, I would say it would have to be, let me see who we have here. This is, we're showing up as Pisces or a Capricorn, okay? Some changes with a Pisces or a Capricorn. You have also the key, so you have, you gave someone the key to your heart. You need to get that back because they don't deserve it, okay? They don't deserve it. You also have starting you have the foot card, so starting, like to walk away, start to walk away from this individual. I'm going to have to just turn this over. Much as I don't want to touch them. Yeah, see, this is someone who has hot feet. So, you know, it may be also easy for you to walk away from people. So maybe just get to know those before you kind of just, walk away from them. You also have karmic. So you are dealing with some karmic issues currently right now. This could be from a past life or from a situation that you dealt with in this life. But you're still working around that. You also have the tree of life. So like I said, spiritually, you're still working on it. So that's why you may be single, because spiritually you need to be more grounded, okay? You also have pyrite, okay? So pyrite is like fool's gold, you know what I mean? It's like, just be careful as to what people try to sell you on, okay? You actually have 2 keys, but this is the key to love and the key to someone's heart. So you either gave the key to someone, okay? But also there's another one here as well. So there could be 2 people that you are, or maybe in between, or it could just be that someone will always hold a place in your heart, and the other key is for the new person that's coming in. We also have, what do we have here? I'm going to have to just use another one, okay? Another little poker here. So you have score. Okay, so yeah, so don't keep score. Okay, the reason why you may be single is because you keep score as well, meaning like if someone does something to you, it's like you have to get back at them. You know, sometimes we have to just let things go. Okay, guys. This one is very attractive. You may be very attractive, okay? So you may still be single because you're still very, you're very attractive and people are intimidated by you. So you may not get approached a lot. And if you do get approached, you're always wondering like, okay, are they, here for me or because of the way I look? And not only that, but you also have money. So you still may be single because you may be holding out for someone who has like a good amount of money or just overall someone who can also hold their own weight. You don't want to deal with anyone who's like broke, okay? Which, I totally get it. There's people out there who try to use other people for their money and therefore money is involved in your situation. All right, so guys, for those of you who picked the bubblegum bracelet, that was your reading. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. Tell me what you think, okay? Which number did you pick? And yeah, so we're going to go ahead and move on to the second set. Oh, sorry, I just shook that up a bit, okay? So for those of you who chose the Tic-Tacs, okay? This is what we have. Why you may still be single. Why am I single? Okay, because of loyalty. So loyalty is huge for you, okay? Loyalty is huge for you. You may have been cheated on, okay? Or you're afraid of someone cheating on you. You also have transformation. So that's a big one right there, okay? Things are changing on a whole other level. There's deep healing. So you're still healing from like pain that someone has caused you. You have the Taurus card as well as the Aries card. So two of these signs may have somehow been involved as to why you're still single. Maybe you're waiting for an Aries or you're waiting for a Taurus or a fire sign or an earth sign, okay? But somehow these, they're kind of attached to why you're still single. You also have the knowing without knowing. That's very intuitive, a very intuitive card. So that tells me that you have an inner knowing. And because you have an inner knowing, that's kind of like saying you already know people's intentions. So it's kind of hard, you know what I mean? When you already know what the other person is thinking, you're like, we're not even going there. I'm not even going to let you get close to me. So you're very highly intuitive. Now, what do we have here? Cosmic Butterfly. Okay, so there you go. This is a very sexual card for me too as well. So this tells me as well, okay, that people may want to sleep with you, okay, one night stands and things like that, and then not commit, okay? So that might be why you're still single as well. So you have to be very careful as to who you give yourself to, because people are users, okay? So keeping that in mind. Now, and not all people, but you know what I mean, right? I don't want to come off like, oh, people are users. I mean, some people are. That's true. I mean, we can't really front about it. That's just the way it is. That's true. So we also have Angel of Memory. Okay, so with that tells me you don't forget anything, okay? So for number 2, okay, guys, you don't forget anything. You guys remember everything. So when you remember everything, it's kind of like you hold on to that, and that can somehow be damaging to you. You also have confidence. So you may be single because others may see you as overly confident, okay? Now, obviously nothing wrong with being confident, but some others may feel as if you are overly confident where you just feel like you're just too good for them, or you may look a certain way where people don't have the confidence to approach you. So that's kind of rough too. You also have the release, declutter with the heart chakra. So your heart is already cluttered with other like feelings from other individuals. We need to just get rid of that so that you can start new and you can give your love to someone else, okay? So that's why you may still be single. We also have the psychic ability. See, third eye chakra. Where's the other one? See, that's the knowing without knowing. You're super psychic. You are very highly intuitive. So that's why people will back down from you, okay? Which is, I mean, it's a good thing because it's kind of like it's a protection system in place, okay? I mean, let's just go ahead and we'll just take a look at that further. We also have dark enchantment. Okay, so that tells me that you may look a certain way, okay? You may look different than most people, okay? Meaning like you go out of your way to look, I would say, I don't want to say like super intimidating, but you're not a follower, so therefore you create like your own unique style. So with that being said, so others may feel as if they just don't know what to expect from you sometimes, okay? Because you're so unique, okay? Now, last card is the card of unfairness. So that tells me that you don't appreciate unfairness. Not that anyone does, okay? I'm not saying that anyone does appreciate unfairness, but like you're on it, like you're all over it, okay? So let's just take a look at these just a little bit more closely so we can get started with your charms, okay? And your shells. So loyalty is huge to you, okay? Number 2, for my little Tic-Tac lovers. Loyalty is huge for you, so therefore you still may be single because you're waiting for someone to be true, for someone not to be in a third-party situation, to give themselves to you solely, just to yourself. And it also has time travelers, so it could be that you are someone who's like an old soul. So with that being said, you kind of like... I see you kind of going with people who just aren't. I guess not that they're not. I mean, they could be wrong for you. I mean, they could be right and wrong at the same time. I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like you like that challenge, okay? So you will go after like the challenge whether you know it or not, okay? There is a sense of challenge here with the loyalty card. Then you also have transformation. So you're still maybe single because you are going through a whole like a whole shakeup. This is like the Tower card. So this tells me that things are changing on a really deep level. So you need to heal from anything anyone else has done to yourself, as well as things that you have done to you, you know, to cause any pain that you're holding on to, because there's way too much pain here, okay? Things that like how they've made you feel, you know, if others have made you feel inferior, or just lack of showing you love or attention, or are you able to accept love and attention, okay, without feeling some type of way, because that is a thing, okay? We sometimes do reject like love and how it's given to us. Now we also have the Taurus and the Aries card, like I said. So either these signs have caused you like some sort of deep pain, okay, or you've separated from these individuals and this has caused you some trauma, okay, or you still want to be with them. It could be a fire sign or it could be an earth sign, but just keep in mind, guys, that somehow these signs are attached, okay, to you, and you may be waiting for them to return. So let's take a look at this one here. So we have unfairness. So you still may be single because you'd rather be with no one at all if they are not going to put in their 50-50, if they're not going to put in their 6 of Pentacles, and if they're not going to show you effort, and they're not going to take you out, or if they're not going to make that phone call, or whatever the case is, you're just not going to, you know, you just aren't going to give them the time of day. So is that like being like picky or overly picky? No. And you know, it's not, but you just have to, you know, you just have to create a balance there, okay? Then we also have the release and declutter. That means you're holding on to so much stuff from the past. You have to let go. You have to like give yourself like a clean out. You have to clean yourself from anything that is in your heart that's not going to serve you anymore, okay? It seems like your heart, someone else has a hold of your heart, okay? I'm going to call you my little dear Tic-Tacs. So please make sure that you declutter and do some heart chakra work. Now, we also have the dark enchantment, which means like you may put up a front, okay? I see like you putting up a front to keep others away because you don't want to be hurt. So you may still be single because you put on a very tough exterior to keep others away, and only those that come near are only worthy of getting your attention. Okay, now also you may still be single because of the angel of memory. He forgets nothing. Everything is still fresh as if it happened recently. So if this has been a situation that you're dealing with that has happened in the past, it's time to like release that, okay? That doesn't mean that we have to forget everything, but it, you know, if we do forgive something, we do have to try to forget. So try to just pray to your angels and whatnot, or just overall do some meditative work, just to get you out of that kind of like that cycle, that pattern. And then once again, that cosmic butterfly, okay? So it looks like you come off like you don't want to settle down, or you come off like you don't want to be in a relationship sometimes, even though you might. So you keep that in mind as well. And who is deserving of having your body and your love and whatnot. So keep that in mind, okay? Also, we have the knowing without knowing, which once again comes off with that psychic ability. You are crazy psychic, so use that to your advantage, okay? And last but not least, the confidence. Right, again with this over here. Where's my card? Okay, this is like overly confident sometimes, and not just overly confident, but it could push others away. All right, so let's just take a look at your shells here. Let me go ahead and get this out your way. So let's see, for those of you who picked the Tic-Tacs, let's see, why am I still single? We have some there, and let's get some charms, okay? All right. I always find this to be so much fun. I hope you enjoyed it too. Just let me know down below. All right, so let's see what we have. Oh, we have some little fibers there. Okay, so 2 or more kids. Okay, so you may still be single because you may be letting others know as well. And this isn't for everyone, but that family is important to you. And for some of you, you want a really big family, okay? We also have curly hair. So that means some of you are, it doesn't mean that you're just going after people who have curly hair, but it's almost like what you're saying is you have a certain, like there's a certain look that you're interested in, okay? So you might have to be a little bit more open, okay, to what comes your way. We also have the hang loose, okay? So this is kind of just like saying relax, okay? So you may be a little bit too uptight, okay? It may scare you. People may scare you with, like how close you let them. So you might have some intimacy situation brewing there as well. Then we have the key, all right? The key and the lock. So this is there's 2 keys here and only 1 lock. So it might be hard for you to just stick with one person as well. You might like dating multiple people at the same time just to see who's going to be the best. And it says someone you know, okay? So it's almost like you already have someone in mind, someone you already know, and that's why you're still single. So you may still be holding out for someone as well. What we have here is that Scorpio? No, that's Score. I think we got that for those who picked the bubblegum bracelet. So score, okay, fine. Like what it's really saying is that you want to make sure it's a score. Like when you do get that one person, you want to make sure that it's like someone really good, someone worthy, okay, of you, your attention, your love. So you want to make sure this person is going to be someone worth keeping. And in the summer, okay, so you may still be single because you may enjoy summer a lot and you may be going out, okay, and you kind of like are like just like you enjoy that summer love, that fairy tale kind of, not fairy tale, but almost like that that excitement that comes with that summer love and dating, and that's why you may be waiting out for. So that's why you may be single, guys, okay? So I really do hope that you enjoyed the reading. I'm putting these shells back, and tell me what you think, okay? Put it down below. How accurate was it for you, and which number did you pick, guys? Okay, so thank you, and if you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. All right, so let's get started with those who picked the compass. Okay, so if you picked the compass, sense of direction, which is great. This is like one of my faves. Let's see why you're still single. Okay. Why am I still single? Okay, because take a break. So you may be on a break, or you need to take a break. It's work, like you may be, if this may be work related, you may work a lot as well. So it's hard for you to make time for others as well. And you may be you're very ambitious. So it could be one of these things where it's like you're literally, it's hard for you to be in a relationship. So that's why you're single, because you just have way much more in mind. Like there's so much ambition you have, there's just so much to do in your life that you're just like, yes, you want to be with someone, but you don't want to give any of that up as well. Okay, so also another reason why you still may be single is because of the truth. You like, truth is very important to you, okay? And also, you may be a star seed, or you may be, I would say, in this life from a previous life as well, because we having coming to Earth. Okay, so you may remember some of these past lives, or you may get little glimpses of it, and so you're holding out for that one individual who is the one for you. So this is like kind of just like knowing that you will know when you meet the right one. So that's why you may still be single, just because you remember all that, or even if it's just bits and pieces. Now we also have the Saturn. Is that Saturn? Okay, so that's Saturn. Okay, so we have the Saturn card. Okay, so you may be really into astrology. Okay, so you may be very I would say like, you may not like to date certain individual signs, okay, just based on the characteristics. Okay, so that's why you may still be single as well. We also have Virgo. Okay, so a Virgo may be affecting your love life. It could be that you're waiting for a Virgo, or Virgo has somehow messed something up for you along the way, and so that's why you still may be single. Now we also have the loving awe that is, so you're very caring and you're very loving. Okay, so because you're very caring and because you're very loving, other people could somehow take from you. Okay, so just be mindful that you could only I would say give as much as others are giving to you, or else you're going to end up being like burnt out. Okay, so that's why you might still be single, because you have to learn that lesson. You have to create some boundaries. Also beauty, so you may either still be waiting like for beauty, like beauty is important to you, so either you are interested in a particular person who looks a certain type of way, either tall or not too tall, not too short, lighter skin, darker skin, light eyes, so you may have a sense of beauty in mind of what you think beauty is, and you're not going to settle for anything other. You also have the angel of time. You're willing to wait. So yeah, sometimes you may get a little like you may feel like you're gonna be single forever, you know what I mean, like you're not gonna find the right one, but it's all a matter of time. Just understand that you can't, if you calculate time, like if you pay too much attention to time, it's almost like it will overrun you. Okay, so try not to time like how long you've been single, how long you've been like single for, and just things like that, because it's almost like it's bringing not good luck upon you. Okay, or just it's just not a good thing to do. Okay, for those of you who don't believe in luck and believe in making your own luck. Now we also have personal growth, so you have to absolutely do some growing on your part emotionally, because there may be some ways that don't really, I would say, others don't take to very well. Okay, and this is not meaning to offend. Okay, but it may feel as some of you may still not be mature enough or immature in certain ways, like giving the silent treatment to those that you're in a relationship with, or not just, and this isn't for everyone, it can be like cheating on them, or just like getting vengeance on this particular individual or something quite like that. So it's almost like personal growth, really figuring out who you are, what do you want to do, and things like that. So that might be why you're still single. Okay, also we have the fluorite, which is spirit guides. You're also working on your third eye. You're working on creating. This has to do with like the spiritual world. So you're looking creating like this new person, like this new you. You also have the live in the present with the heart chakra. This is also an indication that it could be that it's hard to release the past, and you need to move forward. Okay, you need to heal your heart, but also you still may be single because it's hard for you to let go, and you may bring certain things up in a situation when you're in a relationship. Hence that growing up card and personal growth, and it's just talking about like just throwing things in other people's faces as well. They may do the same thing too. I'm not saying that they don't, but it's almost like you don't want to fight fire with fire, right? We also have temptation. So for some of you, it could be that monogamy is a difficult thing for you to do. Just be with one person, or you may have a problem as to finding people who are just like monogamous with you, and they want to date others, and they'll say they don't, but then they do. So that's like a really big deal for you. You also may be single because of trickery. Yeah, so you have been cheated on in the past, okay? Or like you feel like you have to somehow be playing a game. Like there's like love is a game, and it's like a game you need to learn to play well if you're going to find that one that you love. And then last, we have the future. Yeah, so like moving on to the future, thinking about the future, but living also in the now. So you may either have an issue where you may think of future situations rather than living in the now, or having a hard time living in the now because you're talking about things that happened in the past. So we need to just create that balance and be here in the present, in the now, in the moment, so that you can kind of just be happier in general, okay? So let's see. Let's just go over this just one more time, okay? So keeping in mind, okay, that there's a lot of changes that are coming up in your life right now. So that's why you're single, okay? And also, some of you may be, what is that word, celibate right now. You don't want to, you kind of like maybe promise yourself that you're not going to have sex with anyone until you feel they're the right one. So that's a reason why you may be single. People may not be too accepting of that. I feel that for some of you. We also have the taking a break. So you may still be single because you don't want to give others an opportunity, because you have your eye on someone and you want that person to come back. So that person may come back, okay? And then also with the truth card, this is talking about you absolutely feeling as if you are a radar for truth, you stand for truth, and you're not going to be dealing with anyone's bull. So therefore, sometimes people feel as if, you know, they're kind of intimidated by you, because it's like you're just so upfront and open about things that they're just like, oh my goodness, that's what's expected of me. So that might be why you're single, because you're just so upfront, and if you don't like something, you're gonna let people know. Now also another reason why you may be single is because, remember, is yes, it's good to plan the future, but also living in the now is going to mold the future for you. So between that and trickery, which is just like someone who just is like kind of caught always in drama or something quite like that, you know, keep yourself out of the drama, okay? Keep yourself away from that. As well, we have the personal growth. So you may still be single because you gotta work on that personal growth, who you are, who you expect to come into your life, okay? Who are you going to, you know, like the law of attraction. Like in my mind, I just picture you pulling in someone, okay? Just give me a moment. Let's make sure we're still doing good here with timing, and we are, okay? So personal growth. Also, we have temptation. So, you know, it's hard, okay, for others as well. Like you feel like it's hard to hold on to people who are really going to like not cheat, okay? Then we also have the living in the present. So we got to live in the present. We have to not let anything from the past damage what we have that should rightfully be ours. Everything is going to be in due time, my dear, okay? So the angel of time is talking about it's divine timing with you, okay? And then we have your third eye chakra. So spiritually, you are going to open up like a flower. I see you blooming, okay? And your spirit guides are also watching over you. So that's why you're still single. They're not allowing people to come in. Now, beauty, also, once again, it might be that someone is going to come your way that is not like anyone other like you've dated before. Keep an open mind, and loving all that is just, you're just such a loving person. Make sure that you're getting that back, and that also has to do with personal growth, okay? So let's take a look at some of your little stones or shells, or however you want to call these, okay? And let's go ahead and get a couple of charms for you. Okay, please tell me, okay, what we need to tell those individuals who picked the compass, my favorite. Okay, so let's see what we have here. All right, so right from the get, I have the throat chakra, okay? So you have to speak up, okay? And I feel like there is a Virgo, okay, that needs to, you need to speak up with a Virgo or a Scorpio, okay, as well. We have a karmic connection. This could be very possible. It could be with a Gemini, okay? So you have a karmic connection, and also like the masculine. You may still be single because it could be that you try to take a role of the masculine, okay, divine masculine, and some may be intimidated by you, okay? Also, like there's a connection here with royalty. I see you being very, very good, okay? And you know, you want someone who also has like really deep roots, okay? Like with family, someone who comes from a very like prestigious upbringing, okay, who either believes in like love and loving family and just overall like creating. So keeping that in mind. And then also what we have here with the bell and the Sagittarius, you may still be single because you're waiting to hear from a Sagittarius. Now we also have the 2 or more kids, okay? That means that family is important to you. We already talked about that. Once again, patterns is one thing you need to keep in mind, okay? I see that patterns is kind of like a thing for you. And then also, okay, we also have the Ouija board here, which tells me that you may be a little confused because you listen to too many of like oracles or tarot readers or things like that. So that may be a little confusing, okay? Because you want to know too much of what's happening in the future instead of focusing on the now. So just keep that in mind, okay? So that might be why you're still single. But nonetheless, everything else looks positive. So keep that in mind that this is only guidance. And yeah, so I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. And until next time, guys, okay? And ciao. Tons of love. Bye.